And we're streaming.
Hello, everyone. Now you may be wondering and ask yourself, wait a minute, it's not Saturday. What the fuck is this heresy? Well, I got some news for you. Lal isn't the DM for this. It's me. Ah.
Truly terrifying.
True.
Because you played the campaign as me the DM before, so you have experience.
Yes.
Yeah.
But I got good news for all y'all. There's little to no combat in this because this is a one-shot.
Yay, that means there's no fucking were-dragons.
That's up to Blau if he wants it to
Or
make
fucking
those
flaming
canon in
skulls.
his universe.
Yo, don't put.
I'm not bringing that evil in here.
Don't put me under pressure.
But yes, welcome to Equinox of Grandeur. Yes, this was the one-shot name. Yes, this was the only thing I could pick up at the time, and yes, we're sticking with it.
Okay.
I will now explain the following rules to this one-shot. 1. Yes, this is canon to the main campaign. 2. Yes, even though the party is a one-shot party, your actions can affect Boltinger in some way, shape, or form. 3. In order to prevent the party from contacting their goal very early, I set this 3 months in advance in the timeline. 4. I will not touch so much as the NPCs other than the ones I already know as my character Rogar and Goldinger, so do not worry, along with NPCs that are part of the Equinox of War timeline that are free traveling as of right now. So I will not touch anyone in Bladel unless I need them to advance the plot.
Okay.
So, with that out of the way, I will also state, Blau has made it intuitive that, yes, everyone who is participating in this gets a fucking point of inspiration for the regular game.
You're welcome.
I believe 3 months later would be month of summer.
Month
Month of heat.
of heat.
Month of heat. All right. That way, we will begin. Today is the 6th day month of heat. 292 EV. Is a warm summer day as of normal and going through sounds of metal being clanged together, the chirping of pseudo dragons flying about the city delivering mail, from small little packages to letters of bills and variety of things. You all are currently in the capital of Brunniger, which is Brunnikenden.
Brunic.
Brunniken. The city has gone through a lot of things, from its humble beginnings to where it is now. From, let's just say, not so humble beginnings to where it is now. And we will begin with some good old-fashioned turn orders. We're gonna go in. Actually, yeah, we'll go in turn orders in alphabetical order.
Oh.
So, Ernest, describe your character.
All right, my guy Guinness. Let me tell you about him. He is a centaur wizard. He has long, cascading black hair that's having some gray streaks. A little bit sensitive about it, so don't bring it up. Just a tiny bit. His horse half is what was it? What was it? What was it again? Damn it, I forget. I had the
Wow.
name and then I lost
It looks like one of the Budweiser horses.
it.
Wow. That's incredibly racist of you.
But
Yeah, way to go. I told you not to make this centaur wizard man angry. Look what you're doing.
Is it a
Wow.
pixie's horse?
I
And Kenneth, he is a general. He is one of the generals in the Gotajirian army. And as of right now, since we all know that it's an armistice, he's kind of just taking it easy for a bit, spending time with his family. You know, just a half dragon wood elf. His
Uh,
his sons who are visiting, Tet and Jot. Tet, he's a centaur, and then Jot is a half red dragon centaur.
true horror. A centaur that could fly.
So, you know,
Real horror.
yeah. So Ginneth, the Pine Bruiser clan, they're just kind of out and about, just walking around, just the capital of Unikdun. So they're just having a good old time.
Gunhif, we begin with you. You're currently walking about with your family having a day out. You basically all stopped to take a break at a rare castle burger joint. You
Yeah.
hear through you basically hear the juke, like a sort of like a radio going off, just playing like classical music. In terms of classical, I'm talking like generic 80s, 90s, modern era music.
Yeah, he's gonna
Um,
he's gonna go up to the counter. He's gonna go to the counter. Hey, can you turn it to something more? Oh, I don't know, something more modern. I don't want to listen to instrumentals. I want to listen to that nice new jazz that's coming out.
it is modern. That's basically what you're hearing right now.
This is not jazz.
That's what I said by 80s and 90s.
You don't say classical music, because that's not what it is.
Classical in the context of fantasy world. Remember, this era is like includes the 70s and 80s. So to them, this is classical because you're basically listening to classical as in like the classics of this era.
Oh my.
I should have given more context. That's my B. But yeah, as you walk up, you do hear a radio broadcast, however.
Oh boy, what is it now?
Second. Hello, everyone. My name is Rory Brumblebeck, and you know who I am. And I'm here to give you the local news. Today marks the third month anniversary of the West Family Ranch gaining their liberation their by hit by the notorious Sam West, local hero of the entire town, and his very man of men. Strolling in one day with guns and passion to boot, they managed to defeat the man who apparently illegally obtained the West Family Ranch through dire means and claimed the family ranch back to its rightful owners. Recent milk trade has production from the West Family Ranch has returned to normal after the 3-month hiatus. The entire town has been liberated by, apparently, a tyrannical reign. Recent reports suggest that Coxport had known about this and kept quiet. Further investigation has been placed upon both Coxport and the entire town where the branch resides.
Well, it doesn't gonna find anything there.
In other local news, recent hero Gorgosh McGurbick has been traveling about the area of Elkheim as of recently and have been rumored to be working with local augurs as a new member of their team. Theory suggests, and it just gets cut off by someone else who does it, like one of those people who just don't want to hear the politics right now.
Hey, excuse me. Turn that back on.
And this
Look, I don't want to be that Karen. But please turn it back on.
Oh my god.
this fucking green
Karens
dragonborn
are,
just looks to you and
Karens are
just raises an
canonical Imaginatera.
and he
Jeez,
turns
dude.
it back, and you hear it basically skips up a little bit ahead because he did cut you out. But the radio broadcast continues on. Like, our local news: a recent rise of suspicion around three Tabaxi men called the Tabaxi Caravan have been recently obtaining a large sum of money. People suggest that they are currently robbing their hard-earned buyers out of their with shitty quality products. For the best,
Okay.
for we now go. We currently have, as of recently, a recording of their interview our with one of our studio interns, and it just basically plays a interview of no, they're not stealing money. They just have a investor of of a man named Grugo who apparently is a grandson to Sagut, the legendary goblin hero.
Well, if you had to grease palms with anyone, that would be the man.
There's a recent investigation that has confirmed that a man named Grugel is currently supporting the Three Tabaxi Caravan, and the guild have nothing to say. With that out of the way, this has been Roy Grumblebeck signing off. And with that, it just goes back to the regularly scheduled music.
Take a bite out of my burger. And I'm gonna ask Ted. So, how's the circus treating you, my boy?
It's been treating me well. I've been traveling about the cities, and well, recently my group have been traveling towards Head and been wanting to reach out the continents and go to Branos or even Oregon.
Hmm. Oh, let's not go to Rosnos considering they are enemies, and I don't want my boy to be taken out. Ogren, we're allied with them. Tell your group that.
Alright, but you know the ringmaster, he
I don't want
respects
us to
you as
pull.
he respects you, but when it comes to paying us, he wants to make sure we get a good pay for what we're worth. He doesn't judge countries by their actions, he judges them by the people.
Well, Rosnos is not very good people. Ogren is. And
Alright,
my boy,
alright.
my boy, are you sure you want to be working at a circus all your life? I mean, it's
Dad, I love you, but this is honestly my best calling. Plus, no offense, I'm not cut out for the military. You know
I'm not
this.
saying be like, don't be like, you don't have to be like Jot. Just, just.
I know you're worried, Dad, but I'm fine. I'm literally an adult. A and B. I can handle myself. After all, you trained me to defend myself, so that's gotta count for something. And as you are eating with your wife and your son, you get a tug at your cloth.
Mhm.
You look down and you see a golden cobalt with a letter. And the kobold opens the letter and she says it in Draconic, the kobold. Graham summons you.
Oh
Oh,
shit.
Oh shit.
all
Oh
right,
shit.
Oh
I,
crap! Graham missing.
all right, my
Oh no.
my beautiful wife,
God.
Faisana. I love you, Tet, Jot. I love both of you too, but I need to go. This is a
Your
very
wife
important
just
summon.
looks at you and just says, Graham?
Graham.
She just kisses you on the lips and just says,
Oh,
try not to get yourself killed.
oh, I survived the war. I'm not gonna get killed.
Famous last words.
Physically sweats. Uh,
Ah, I do love you,
yeah,
my dear, but you have to have more faith in me.
I do, but this is Graham. That
Oh,
woman has.
me and her have been friends for a while. We're not really friends, but I respect her, and she respects me.
Right. Yes, but again, she's an ancient golden dragon. I seriously doubt anything she wants is
Oh, come on, I don't have anything to worry about. I already have a dragon for a wife, and I love it.
She just gives you a quick hug before you're guided towards Graham's estate.
Mm-hmm. Oh, this must be really big. She doesn't want to meet anywhere else. She wants to meet at her home. Oh boy.
And I will describe Graham's manor. A house, a manor. Basically, it is a stereotypical housing of what would look like as a small mansion. It's not big like noble family levels, despite her lineage that you know that she's, connected to the king. But it's basically a modest manor. To put it in the scaling, I would say it's a 3-story that is probably the length of a rimraz straightened out on its back from one side to the other. If it was laying flat on its back for the width. The height, again, is 3 stories. So that gives you a general sizing of this place. You see just the workforce, which are just all kobolds, all golden scale, probably from her creation, or just adopted a kobold or two that didn't have a place to go. You know, Graham likes to do this,
Yes.
and you are led to her house where you see this woman, a golden dragonborn wearing a purple robe, a
Graham got hot.
an archstaff of pure arcane, of pure silvery white with a rose tip to it, with long wings and a tail, just having a seat, drinking some tea, and just looks to you with a letter in her hand. Ah,
I
Ginra.
stand at attention. I give her a salute.
Oh, dearie, you know. Oh, dearie, come here. You know the rules. And she's
Violate my
gesturing for a
boundaries
hug.
shortly.
He trots forward, spreads out his arms, gives her a hug.
Now, I
Nice to
called
see
you
you,
here.
Grum Grum.
Nice to see you too. The reason why I called you here today, well, I need you and some other people to help me with something. Because Grand is tired of, Grand's McFucking had it.
Oh,
You don't even need to roll a history check. You know when Graham says she's fucking had it, it means she's sick and tired of someone being either angsty or just soul searching. It's just like, no, get your fucking ass over here. We're having a talk. You don't give a fuck. I'll give the details once the others are invited.
I'm guessing this is a very, very serious matter.
Hmm. You'll know once the others are called. And we're gonna cut tonight. Our kobold of the party. Describe your character. Ed,
Midnight.
What?
you're up next. Describe your character.
Oh God. I'm not ready for this.
That's okay. We'll skip you.
Thank you.
I know or Vice isn't here because he couldn't make it today. However, Rita, you're up next. Describe your character.
Alright, she's a blonde-haired or green-eyed female. She's wearing the cleric garbs of the city. She often spends most of her time healing in one of the many chapels.
Alright, as you're dealing with healing, I need you to roll me a cure wounds, and a medicine check.
Yeah, I don't have cure wounds, but okay.
Oh,
She
you're
has
one of those clerics.
She has
Never
You're
healing
one
mind,
of
then roll me a
those.
medicine.
She has
Oh
healing
my
word.
god.
She has healing
What?
word. Shut up. She has healing word though.
Okay. 9 and roll me a medicine.
Which one do you want?
See,
Why is everyone giving
well,
her shit over healing?
both, because technically that was why I want to ask. Because all right, for the healing word was basically the general healing of what you did throughout the day of your work, and the 16 medicine was basically for non-magical healing, like someone needed a necrotic wound to be cleaned out, or someone got their fucking limb severed and needed it to be sewn up if they had it. That sort of shit.
Okay. Well, apparently she's good at that.
I mean, it's your fucking job.
Oh my
Anyway,
God.
it's currently right now in Golden Juror because you've lived here for your entire life. You're used to the heat. But the best way to describe Golden Juror's weather right now in the summer is: have you ever been to California?
Oh no.
Basically, it's California slash Florida weather. Basically, hope you enjoy 70+ degree weather.
70 is
Oh, shoot me now.
No.
Just so you
By
know, I haven't
70,
been
I
to
mean 8.
California. I've
Because
been to
in California,
Florida.
it's usually like 75 to 80. Depending on it's the summer. It's usually 80 to 90
Okay,
around
90
this
is pretty
time.
bad.
Oh.
Well, you're counting on that with the variables of California having to be near a coastline and that area of humidity, but that's semantics. The difference between this and Gullinger is Gullinger's more mountainous. Alright, so Rhea, you basically finish up the recent patient who was a dwarf that got into a fight with Tabaxi, and holy shit, did that Tabaxi do a number on this guy? You basically had to stitch up this man's nose back on his face,
Oh God.
and you had to give him a new eye patch. You had to give him an eye patch because he's not losing his eye. It's just more lines of that.
Yeah, keep dirt out while it heals.
Yeah, keep while it's healing. He's gonna have a few scars. Would you like to recommend this dwarf?
For bar brawl, let's face it, that's a Tuesday.
Pretty much, yeah.
There would
You
be no
basically,
point in reprimanding. He'd do it
you are a
again.
part of the Solidarity in the clerical district of Goldinger. Previously, this used to be one church, but after the incident 10 years ago, you know how big the Taj Mahal is?
Mm-hmm.
That's the entire clerical district's church now. It basically holsters separate sections for each domain of God, or certain levels of floor, or just certain sections. They made it big so they can have a location for each individual god, and you basically share it in one roof. You're a part of the Solidarity unit of domains. You're basically just doing regularly routine prayers. You don't really see that many people of the higher ranks of divinity. Either they work exclusively for the either they're out and about cleaning up the remains of the incident 10 years ago to this day, or by going out and getting the souls and spirits back to their proper resting rights, or just doing the every now and again busy work, and I mean incredibly busy work, more busy than yours. Is then you see a golden cobalt with the symbol of a dragon on a letter as they open it, and they state, Grand Yajirt wants you. She summons for you.
Oh, whoa. I guess I should go then. Thank you.
She will lead you to the house. And we will go into the next person, which will be Skewer.
Oh shit.
So,
Oh no.
describe your character. And I'll tell you how your scenario starts.
Skior Stit is a black dragonborn with misty white eyes and two jagged horns that jut forward and look like he could spear somebody with them. He wears a sort of rugged grayish black armor. He actually has a tail. It's thick at the base, but it thins out. Unlike most Dragonborn, he has a giant bone sword that he has on his back. Interesting thing about him is that his left arm is completely made out of some sort of metallic robo sized material that has a silver coating to it, indicating that he's lost it. And he basically has the visage of, I would say he has a really rough appearance to him. Definitely battle scarred, but not too much.
I will state it is currently around 8 o'clock in the morning. And Skewer, you hear the radio go off. And you hear the announcer just shout, "Good morning, Golden."
Skewer grumbles.
A fine morning this is, ladies and gentlemen. This is your host. Fuck, I couldn't think of a host name at the time. I still can't. He's like, please turn on you basically turn off the radio and just scrunch your eyes, rubbing them as you hear the pitter patter. You know what's about to happen.
Skewer grumbles louder. And
then
he tries to hide under his blankets.
And you see your kobold children just slam on you, just jumping on the bed as you smell bacon. Like, that. Breakfast.
He can't hide. They keep jumping, so he'll sit up. He'll just remove the blankets and sit up groggily and yawn. He's gonna look at his two boys. That just bring them both into a big hug.
They hug you back as you see your dragonborn semi-adult son just go like, "Hey Dad, I'm gonna head to work. You have a good day."
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and Graham called.
His eyes go white.
She wants you at her house after breakfast.
He tilts his head, confused.
Something about being a part of the family officially, if you want to get her blessing. I don't really pay too much mind to it. Anyway, I gotta go.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta do the morning shift at Rare Castle later. And he just leaves.
Don't worry about it too much, even though she's super powerful. Bye.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it too much. It's just Graham. Kira's he's gonna let his two kobold boys go, and he's gonna rub his face and just shake his head, not knowing what the hell Graham wants with him. He's gonna. What's up?
Basically, you smell bacon, eggs, chili peppers, cheese. You know this to be one thing. If your son is leaving for work, that leaves only one person who's currently cooking. Your husband.
Skewer smiles as the scent of amazing food just hits his nostrils, and his tiredness is still there, but he's easily shaking it off as he just slides out of bed in his undergarments. And he stretches. He'll pat his boys. He'll pat his boys on the head, and he will go and get some food.
The children will rush ahead before you as you see your husband, Kirash, currently cooking an omelet for himself, you, and the boys.
Is his back turned?
His back is turned with an apron on that says "Kiss the Chef."
Korash is gonna sneak up behind him. He's gonna sneak.
Ladies and gentlemen, all the gay.
Let's see how good I sneak up behind him. Fuck!
My ears.
Not good at all.
No, not good at all.
I'm not good at this. I'm not good at
Arash
this.
quickly turns his head as you sneak up behind him and kiss you on the cheek and just goes, "Morning, hon. Breakfast is ready." And he slides all the omelets off, and the kids are immediately just scarfing it down, hot or not. They're because your husband knows how to fucking cook.
Absolutely. Skewer's gonna he's gonna like rub the back of his neck, embarrassed that he couldn't sneak. He can never sneak up on his husband ever, and he'll get it someday.
I hate the burster bubble. But the day you're gonna sneak up me is never, because unlike you, I had little siblings that I had to keep an eye on and babysit.
Skewer grumbles. And his tail swishes a little bit, but he just relents and he just returns the smooch to the cheek before he gets to his own omelet.
To describe the level of deliciousness this is, the moment you take a bite into it, you can just taste how perfect it is. The cheese is properly melted with the omelet, as you can taste the crunchiness of the bacon has been properly degreased, so it's not greasy, rather crunchy. So you could savor the taste more. As you taste the bits of spiciness that is the pepper and the hint of salt and pepper in it. Not the pepper, but you get what I'm saying, like pepper.
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
He's just gonna sigh as if he's just floating in heaven right now. He's just he does a mix of scarfing the omelet down, but also savoring it at the same time. Like he doesn't want to destroy this thing, but he is going to absolutely destroy this thing.
For the record, yes, it does have ketchup on it.
Fuck it, he's destroying it. No, the omelet's gone. I'm sorry.
I would have asked if you wanted avocado with it, but I don't know if you in or out character like avocado, so fuck it. Kilrush basically washes the dishes and finishes everything up, handing school lunches to the kids, and just says, "Alright, boys, have a good day of school." And they're both like, "We will, Dad," and scurry off to their classes. And he looks at you like, "I'm gonna go open up the shop. Have fun with Gram."
Skewer just shudders visibly, like,
Look, I know you don't necessarily fully like her, but she's my grandma. And I know, semantics, because she's technically a very distant bloodline, but everyone in the family calls her grandma. And by everyone in the family, I also mean everyone in Gulcher.
Skewer still pouts, and he just holds Kilrush's left hand and just gestures to like his ring finger.
Kilrush holds yours with his right hand, ring finger in it, like, "Hey, you made your bed and you gotta lay in it. You had the choice of wrestling her, and you chose not to." I know, you hate it when I'm right. But the faster you get this done, the faster you can get her, well, blessing. I know we had the wedding, but she still wants what's best for her family. And it's sort of mandatory to get grandparents first thing that you're marrying into her family.
Skewer's just gonna roll his eyes, but he's going to nod. He's gonna hug his husband.
How the fuck
He hugs
do
you
they get
back and
together when they're drunk?
just says, it's not gonna be that bad. First thing Grand's probably gonna make you do is do some stupid, boring fetch quest.
He snorts. Ugh. Before he separates.
And he's gonna kiss you on the cheek one last time before heading out to do his job. And you go to Grand's estate.
Yep, I get my gear and head out.
Now, the last person would be
Me.
Shitaru, because I'm just gonna say Knight was already summoned by a golden kobold to action. So, Shitaru, describe your character, Mr. Yanti, man.
Give me a second.
Look, let's just say when he makes up, when he likes to be talking, he makes up for
They
it.
just suck. They just suck.
I love you, Cinders! They just fucked.
Okay. Shitaro is Malison Yuan-T with a trunk snake bottom and a humanoid top. He has a 6'6" height, but he's actually 14.5 feet long. He is a Malison Yuan-T with snake bottom human-type. He has black, green, and blue scales, golden eyes, and auburn hair that goes all the way down his shoulders, and dark skin. Solid build, but nothing too big.
Alright. Mr. Ouroboros, you arrived at the city today because you were traveling about in the mountaintops until you made it to Brodokin to make a few friends, get a few drinks, and sing a few songs to get some coin. Average bard stuff. However, unlike average bard stuff, you were cordially invited somewhere. You were given a letter and an address as you arrived at a small manor as I described, and the only signature you got from was called Grand Yujirits. I need you to roll me a history check on this woman. Oh yeah, you know who this woman is. You know she's an ancient golden dragon and one of the oldest citizens of Golden Jura. She used to have the throne before the declaration of when dragons decided to let the Dragonborn take the throne due to their long reigns of rule. You also know that when Graham calls you, you fucking respond. Because it doesn't matter where, it doesn't matter when. Graham will find you, and you will listen to Graham.
And I hope she doesn't try to find me, because I don't know where the fuck I'm going in this dumb city.
She gave you an address and not directions.
You're talking to a thing that's given up its humanity once. Doesn't know what he's doing anymore.
Would you like to talk to someone to get directions?
Yes, I will slither up to someone and show the note. And,
Sorry, is this man a Yanti?
Yes.
yeah,
Golden That's not a
Yep.
good
Yes.
thing.
It would have been if it weren't for that letter. Because the moment you basically get a lot of dreadful eyes of like, oh, ugh. But the moment you show that letter to a guard, asking the question, he immediately just straightens up, whispers to the other guard, and the other guard just looks at the letter, sees it's legit, and just both of them have a quick chat, and they both immediately look at you, and they turn around to the general populace and say, he was summoned by Graham, move along, and they all just immediately go back to their shit. Like, paying you no mind at all. Like, no.
Would any of you kind gents be able to point me to up? It would be very helpful for me to get there.
They immediately, one of the guards basically personally guides you to Grant's mansion. Because, getting to a mansion is tricky if you haven't lived here for a while. Because it's sort of a weird way to get there. You gotta turn right, left, yada yada yada.
Right, as he's moving there, then he would tune up the hurdy-gurdy he has and begin to play as they walk the street.
Roll performance.
Doing it for fun. 23.
That's the power of
Damn!
Bard.
Bards are busted.
No expertise is busted.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Expertise is
expertise.
busted.
They get
Nice.
expertise. That's right.
At +9. I agree.
Jesus.
Yeah, just wait until he gets the +6 modifier, and that's a +15.
I'm sorry. I saw Panic roll a crit 33. Okay.
Regardless, of course, you basically get the people's comfort. You're normally Yanti aren't exactly welcome here from the looks you're getting, but as you're playing and as the guard is like guiding you to grams, they start just paying you no mind anymore and just go back to normal shit. As everyone else enters one by one into the mansion. Skewer, you recognize Grimnuff because you were part of the same division back in the war.
Oh, DM's been caught by Mama.
Yeah, pretty much, mama. Ouroboros, you basically see this group of people from a human to a dragonborn to a kobold to a centaur. Strange group to be called in a mansion like this. I will describe Knight for you all. She is a small, muscular-built female blue-scaled, with long, curved, antler-like horns and a silky smooth, thick tail.
Oh, what an interesting group.
And Graham finishes her tea and just goes, and with that, the last of you have arrived. Welcome, everyone. I requested you all personally for one reason or the other. Some of you married into my family and need my blessing and decided to take a job. Some of you I know for a long time and I need your help personally. And others hire for gold or because I liked your talents enough to do this quest for me. Now normally I would post this up on the board, but first it would take far too long. Plus the person I'm looking for would probably just be on the run every now and again, and it'd just be easier if the guild wasn't involved. If he's getting coin from the guild, would be easily caught on by it. I'll be polite. I need you to find my grandson, Rogar Yashir. And as proof of his existence, still being alive, my granddaughter received this letter. And I posted it in Augur chat for you all to read
Uh,
at your own disclosure.
You bastard! He made us read!
You bitch!
Oh, shut up, guys. I like this.
It's almost as if
What
I made this letter on purpose in characters in order to make this plot very canon.
I know, right?
what a trick. Let's
She
read it for
received
the.
this letter. Yeah.
I
Basic-
up.
The letter reads as follows: Dear Mother, I had no way to write this to you without this being painful. I know I haven't written to you in 10 long years, and I have a lot of explaining to do, but I just can't. I know seeing this will break your heart, but after what I saw down south, I had to write back after seeing a mother, seeing her son after a very long time. I guess only thing I could tell you is I adopted a fire kitsune. His name is Grandprint, and he's my son now. I also have a team of adventurers to watch my back. Some are cool, and others are well. They always did say to have patience towards those who are special. I mean, but some of them are driving me to stab them. But anywho, I had my first kiss, and I'm going to a friend's wedding to keep a horny goblin in line. Keep in mind, Gurgle, out of character, this was before the soul bond.
I know.
I'll write whenever I can from now on, but expect no address. I'm not ready to face my demons at home, not yet. To the others I said hi and tell Graham I did it. I used the fork on a fucker that deserved it. I used their teachings to good use. I'll see you someday. Your son, Rogar.
Skewer is gonna raise his eyebrow at the fork.
Skewer. Roll me a history check. And Grenif, roll me a history check.
Alright,
Oh,
Skewer.
boy.
Skewer's misty eyes are going to glow. With the use
I
of.
see you're going the chi way.
Oh, hell yeah, boy.
Roll that
I'm
d4.
gonna cheat.
Oh my god! 20!
Grenif, you remember a private. You remember Graham telling you about Rogar, and you remember him being a part of your division as per her request because you knew how to train soldiers to fight with improvised weaponry if they ever get caught as a military prisoner and how to escape. Basically, you taught Vietnam style guerrilla warfare tactics, and that's why Graham assigned him to your region. Skewer, you remember Rogar? He was a tiny little red dragonborn who always wanted to be a knight to impress Dalius because Dalius wanted to be a bard to write stories, and because of the fact that they made a promise as kids to one to be a bard to tell his stories, and the other to be a knight to give her stories. Sort of like a dumb childhood promise that was adorable as fuck. He was a good kid until the incident 10 years ago. Then everything changed. He got moody. Uh, your relationship with Rogar was he sort of saw you as the big brother when you were dating Kirash, and and gladly welcomed you as like a member of the family. He often called you Big Bro Skewer,
This
or
is
just
hitting.
Big Bro.
This letter hits Skewer in the feels.
Oh fuck yeah, it does. As
I'm
for
gonna roll insight on Skewer
as for
because I
roll
know he
it
was a part of
and
my battalion.
Skewer. The last thing you remember is Rogar basically talking to you before he left, saying goodbye, giving you a hug, and telling Kilrash he was leaving because Kilrash moved out after he written the letter. He said he was just gonna go to Oregon for a bit to. He basically lied to you, but you didn't know it was a lie at the time. That he was going to do some military training. You thought he was a part of the military, just going out for patrols a lot. But this letter basically just went like, "Son of a bitch lied to me."
This, my little brother figure
Skewer,
lied to
are you alright? Skewer, you alright?
You see
don't
him crying.
me. You see him crying. Honestly, it's obvious. He's actually shedding a tear.
Yeah.
Okay,
He's
Rita
he's
definitely knows he knows. Yeah.
I'll
being
say
the general
I'll
that
let
he is.
you roll a history check because you were around the incident 10 years ago, so you can roll, but you would have to roll with disadvantage to see if you recognize or been around.
He's
9,
us.
no.
Kenneth is gonna give Skewer a hug because he's that type of general.
12.
He cares about his men.
He's gonna hug back.
Orbox, you've never been to Golden Jersey, you've never heard this man.
Okay.
Kenneth, you'll feel that Skewer is just shaking right now. You don't know if it's sadness or anger, probably both.
Hey.
So,
Whatever
did
you're
he
feeling,
give
it's
any...
okay. It's valid. What you are feeling is valid. What you are feeling is valid.
So, Knight, the kobold part of your party, never heard this man, never met this man. What were we talking about again? That's basically what Midnight has on Rogar.
So, we're trying to get little old Rogi. Is that what you're telling me, Graham?
Yes, remember when I said I McFucking had it? Well, I have McFucking had it with Rogar.
I after the incident, 10 years ago, I understand why he did what he did. It's not right, but I can understand it. If I was his age, I probably would have done the same.
As was I, but it's 10 years. This is the first time he's written, and he has a lot of explaining to do, especially seeing how I now have a new grandson. And not to mention, there's some private information. Looks like Skewer. Specifically, when he says that, you can roll an insight on Graham on what she's talking about.
Yeah. All right, Graham. Well, little did you know, I'm let me grab my sheet.
You can smell the bullshit.
Well, I'm sadly not proficient. However, I do have this. I'm going to activate my Unreal Engine 4 right now.
Okay, I see what you're doing there. You're getting rid of that creation engine.
17.
17. Alright, with a 17, you know she's talking about the fact that you recently learned that Kilrash was a part of the royal family bloodline, and you heard that the king chose who the next heir would be. He didn't pick Kilrash. It was a close second, but you had the private of the first being. You put 2 and 2 together. Rogar's the next prince.
Skewer's eyes go wide and he tries to compose himself as he looks at her, and he's like, "Ugh."
Apparently, there's some information. There's a bit of information I need to tell Rogar, along with I need to chew out his ear a bit for not writing back to us in over 10 years. And I know the
Skewer-
king's involved in this because there's no way that letter would remain unmarked unless the royal family spies made it so. So I doubt he's going to talk.
Skewer's gonna look at her, and when she says that she's gonna chew, when she said that she's gonna chew up Rogar for not writing in 10 years, he just punches his metal fist into his other hand like, "Grr."
Don't beat him up. We need him alive.
Grr.
Besides, Graham's gonna personally chew out his ear.
I don't know if you mean that literally, Graham. I don't know if you mean that literally. Are we talking metaphorically or literally?
A little bit of column A, a little bit of column B. Roll an insight on this woman.
No.
So this seems to be more of...
Wow.
You know Graham's being a shit. You know she's probably just gonna talk to Rogar and just shout at him for like not talking. For basically just giving a bit of an ear pull, and that's about it. Along with maybe a spanking or just a punch upside the head.
Gwyneth is going to breathe a sigh of relief. Oh, I thought you were being serious there. I've heard of your temper, Graham Graham. While I have not faced it, thank the gods, I've heard stories. It's not pretty.
Well, let's just say Graham Graham knows how to choke a bitch. And leave
I
it at
know.
that.
There's a lot of stories about you choking bitches out.
Skewer just blinks
Anywho,
as he looks at his previous commander when he says that so nonchalantly.
anywho, I just need you to bring
I'm a
Rogar
war
back.
vet.
I'll give him a quick smack upside the head. I know a certain older brother of Rogar looks to Skewer. Needs to give him a proper earful or maybe a punch or two for not writing.
Ugh.
After giving him a quick smack upside the head and having a conversation with the boy, I need to
Mhm.
give him another piece of information, and that will pretty much be it. He'll have to stay in Gulcher once he hears about it, in order for us to do something else, but that is classified underneath my descendants' ruling. However, I am not amused by the fact that he's keeping the reason why he's not telling me where Rogar is. So I McFucking had it. So I'm going to hand each of you these, and she hands you
Wait,
royal
King
pass.
Cullen has not told. He hasn't told you where he's been. Oh, oh no! I look over to Skewer. Oh no!
Skewer just puts a hand on your shoulder and he just shakes his head. Mm-mm. Like, don't feel sorry for the man.
Oh, don't worry. But once Rogar is here, I'm going to properly punish that boy. But for now, I'm going to hand you all these, and if he has a problem, tell him I McFucking had it. I want Rogar back because of you know what. And if you don't tell my creatures here where he is, Graham's going to make the punishment even harder by making him go back for training.
Hmm? Hmm?
So I
Roll
need
one.
you all to add into your inventory one royal pass of Brutic. These passes will allow you to access every section of the city, from the royal district to even the high districts, as
I'm
long
so,
as you don't break the law.
wait, I'm sorry. Which city are we in?
Brudican.
Brudican.
Runic.
Okay.
Yeah, Runic.
Alright, Brunicton.
Yep.
These passes will allow you to pass through every section of the city with no questions asked, because people will
Unrestricted
deal with
access.
people the royal
Unrestricted
family
access.
themselves.
So,
So,
madam, I
Graham
have a
Graham.
question.
Hmm. Snake tongue. Hmm.
Horse mouth.
Out of game, I'm
Alright,
sorry.
so
That
Graham raises a finger and just says, now, not all Yanti are like what they are in Rosnas.
but he could be from Rosnos. He could be an enemy spy. I don't,
Honestly, I could care less about church politics, and I could care less about the people, but I like seeing people smile.
And making people smile isn't exactly cheap, hence why I'm also giving a cash reward for anyone who's being hired, not because of the relation to Rogar or in relation to the family.
But I have a question, Monsieur.
Call
You
me
say
Graham. Everyone calls me Graham.
he looks uncomfortably. Common's kind of difficult.
That's fine, dear. What's your question?
You say it was a note, correct?
Yes.
Not all paper the same. Paper in mountain is rough. Paper from desert is pulpy. That word? That I do believe that's the word. Have you
We
guys
don't.
discovered where the paper originates? Gives us general area direction.
Well, guess what, smartass? There's no desert in Zarnan.
Hmm.
That doesn't mean he may have crossed the seas.
And also, yeah, points to Rita like that
No,
also makes
because it wouldn't make sense because the newspaper article from 3 months ago, he was a part of that liberation of Oxford.
Hmm?
Do you guys not read the news? Oh man, my age is really showing.
Skewer.
Look,
Skewer.
enough.
Just touches your shoulder.
You mean to tell me that you had a good idea of where my grandson, who has been gone for 10 years without a single word, generally might be without saying anything to me?
You just.
even though Guinness, the skewer, you know this. Guinness is a fearless commander in the battlefield, but sweat drops are coming.
Sure enough, you see
You did it to
Shatoru's face
yourself,
go
my
from
dude.
fuck you to big ass Cheshire cat smile, a natural smile
Oh
as he
God.
says that.
She claps her hands in order to get all of your attention. Goes like, so he's somewhere in Bladall, but we don't know where. So that's why I want you all to scout about Gonger. Ask if they've been to Bladall and seen him recently.
Oh no! Look, Graham, I'm sorry. I thought you guys knew my my bad. Thought everyone read the news.
Gran just looks at you and just goes, yeah, that's when you come back. You're going for Gram training.
Not again. No, please,
Skewer shakes his head side to side. Mm.
please.
I think we should be going.
Have fun, dearies! And you're all escorted. So you have free
I
reign to
whispered to
go
Skewer.
wherever you as long as you don't break the law.
I whispered to Skewer. Once we find Rogar, I'm not coming back.
You do realize this is Gram. It don't matter where you hide.
She'll find you somehow.
Not to mention your wife. So you would have two women after your head.
What's super
Oh,
wrong,
oh
man?
sorry.
Can't handle the heat.
I stick out my hand to your character, Cinders. Sorry about before. Graham is right. You're not. You're not every Rosnosian. Not every Yonti is a part of the politics. I'm sorry. Like I've said before, I was part of the war before it was put into an armistice. Your people, I had to fight.
He'll take your hand and he'll have the smile on his face, the unnatural smile. It is fine, Horsemouth. I
All
forgive you.
right, Snake Tongue. I don't actually have a horse mouth. I just have a horse buttocks.
Oh, you're Horsemouth to me.
I'll take that as a term of endearment.
So, where would you like to go, Mr. Party?
We're going to the post office.
Is midnight here yet?
I don't know what happened to midnight.
She said BRB. I guess she's not back yet.
Yeah.
Okay, then I guess I'll just wait for her to come back then.
Well, I think we should go to the post office. See where the letter was mailed from. They have to keep records, even though it's going to be a lot, considering. Oh, you know what? I know the reason why people didn't figure out the news. Because it's Bladolian Times. I special order that. Because I have a few friends and family there in Bladol. Shit. That's probably why no one read it. Not a lot of people subscribe out of Bladol to that newspaper.
Hey,
He's
Alright.
gonna
well, don't deliver to mountains.
Skiro's gonna look at you, Guinness, and he's going to point to. He's gonna be like, he's gonna point to his ears, and he's going to, he's gonna pantomime a reading. Mm. Like,
So you're all heading to the...
like you read the paper, you don't listen to the radio.
no, I don't. Look, call me old fashioned, but I just like reading a good newspaper in the morning with my coffee. Alright?
Okay,
Sorry.
so you guys are heading to the post office.
Yeah.
I guess.
Hey, she's
Hello.
Oh,
Hello.
I'm back.
Die,
General.
sinners.
I am General Gwyneth Pinebruiser. These are my compatriots. This is Skewer, one of my battalion. The other one is Snake Tongue. That's not his real name, but that's what I want to call him.
We definitely should introduce ourselves since we don't all know each other.
Skewer looks. Are you here, Midnight?
Yes, I am here now.
All right, great. Skewer looks to your character, and he holds out a finger, since he's much bigger.
Oh yeah, this man's large. I forgot he's a minotaur.
Dragonborn.
He looks like a minotaur in your picture. Oh, I see it now. I see it now.
Place bet, my dude.
Yes,
Well, no, just because
I agree.
I have the icon small.
We'll go buy a bigger iPhone.
So
What?
he just
No.
holds out a finger to you to shake.
No. I reject.
He pulls his finger back.
That was rude.
well,
If we're gonna
if you
be
guys
working
want to
together, we
join-
gotta be nicer to each other.
Never.
Excuse me?
Uh,
I just grin in the corner.
Are you growling at me? What is your deal?
So you guys enter in the fucking postal office,
wow.
and you
I'll
basically
have you know
see
I'm a general woman.
a, I'll say, trying to think here. Yeah, that'll work. You basically see a Lycol man just working at the postal office, just shooting letters in certain boxes. You see a bunch of people just staring about, from centaurs moving boxes in to moving boxes out. And you also see a fucking long ass line. I'm talking a 2-hour wait line, but thanks to your royal passes, you
Yeah.
skip the line.
Fuck no.
Stewart just takes his.
Totoro would like to go to someone who's at the desk.
Alright, you go to the desk, you see a bell. It says ring for service.
I ring it lightly before starting a smell
I just
too
yeet the
quietly
bell
with it.
onto the ground.
Alright, so as you ring the bell, you basically see a person just sliding in on a rolling chair. Well, more of a rolling stool. And you just see this fucking kobold, this green scale kobold with goggles for eyes that make his eyes look cartoonishly big. And it just goes, hi, yes, welcome to the, welcome to the Silver Scale Mail delivery service. How can I help you today?
Why, hello, green one. I would like to get some understanding of the recent package? Is it package?
No,
Package.
it was a letter. It was a letter.
It was a letter and it was delivered like 3 months ago.
Yeah.
Letter delivered 3 months ago to one Graham Yargit?
No, you're Jared. You're Rena, you're Jared.
Yarina Yajirit. Let
Yeah.
me check. And he basically
Yes, the royal cleric to the king.
Right. Give me a second. And he kicks back to the area of a file cabinet and pulls it out, and you just basically see smaller. You basically see what appears to be bags of holding, and just sorts it out by, let's see, A, B, C, D, Y, and
File
just opens
cabinet.
it up and opens up it and pulls out Y cabinets, and then opens up and goes by alphabetical or like, is it Jagira with a Y? Oh, no. He said Royal Cleric
Yes,
right
sir.
here, and just opens it up and just goes 3 months ago. That would be the month of flowers. No, we did not receive any letters. Sorry.
Okay. How about this? Try anyone named Rogar Yarjaret?
Oh, there is your. Okay. Here.
Son of the
Sure.
royal cleric.
So, okay. Does the exact same before R and just scrolls down like, no, we don't have a Rogar Yajir on file. Sorry.
Sure, you know what this means, right? He's using outside of the postal service.
Greg told you this, but you didn't listen.
Hmm. Alright. Shit.
Thank you
All
for
right.
time. Enjoy your day.
You two have a lovely day, and just quickly pockets everything back into the bag of holding and just puts it back in the file cabinet.
I'll throw her back outside.
Uh,
No.
Well,
he grumbles and at how useless that was when they were already told that wouldn't work.
Yes, I understand, but I'm only following the horse mouth's decisions.
Alright.
Alright.
well,
Alright.
I have a suggestion. You said
Look, it didn't hurt to try at least try to find
Hang on.
something. What do you got?
Dante.
you read it in a newspaper. That means someone had to have researched it, correct? So maybe if we got in contact with the newspapers.
That will require us. Look, the newspaper I subscribe to is all the way out in Bladel.
Yes, but
So,
news travels no matter what, correct? So, by all accounts, at least someone here should know at least a little bit of the research that had been done for information.
Alright. Rita, I need you to roll me an intelligence check.
I believe she's getting somewhere with this. I trust her instincts.
Oh, that's
That's a
never
save,
mind.
not check.
Hold
It's
on.
a save. It doesn't matter.
18. Alright, with an 18, you know that the only way newsletter transportation would go would be either by news reports, so you would have to go to the news printing company of Gollinger to get the information because sooner or later the information is going to be spread, like you said, or you can talk about it with the people who probably visit Bladal, or you could even go deeper into dark web connection style. Basically, have those three options.
our connection style.
Basically, finding an info broker that'd be willing to pay up money to tell you where they met the guy or jury
Yeah,
intel because
she may have helped a couple of shady characters.
what?
Watcher's Eye, it's a background feat, my dude.
I will say
Oh,
because of your Watcher's Eye background, you get to roll. You don't even need to roll. You know when it comes to Goldenger's underbelly of people, the best way to talk to them is to go to the is basically go south and head to a old tavern called the Rusty Kobold.
I think we should head to the Rusty Kobold.
Stewart tilts his head, confused.
Skewer, roll me a history check.
All right, that's his.
What is
that's
Rusty
his-
Kobold? Kobold
that's his-
is living creature. I can't trust.
Dad.
Nick, you never heard of this place.
Yeah, even
roll me a
with
history check.
even with my misty eyes, my Kekkei Genkai failed me.
So, roll me a history check.
Wow,
He's not here right now.
great.
Ooh. Okay. I'll
What?
have.
Sorry, I was getting water.
Roll
roll me a history check.
Roll history. Okay.
He thinks it's an actual
we
kobold.
go.
Oh my Christ!
No.
Or Knight is with you, Orbos. She doesn't believe kobolds can rust. Yenna, you know the Rusty Kobold. That's basically you know that bar from Star Wars. It's this where the scummy people live to get a drink.
Yep.
That's basically what this clerk is telling you where to go in
Precisely,
order to
can't
get in.
take Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah, a cleric is saying that.
Yes,
Wow.
she's basically saying if you want intel on finding Rogar, best place to start would probably be there.
You're a cleric. You're a holy woman, correct? How?
Yeah.
You know what? I'm not gonna ask.
Oh, come now. Like, you don't get into bar fights yourself. I've treated my fair share of,
Back in my younger
degenerates.
days,
Stewart
yeah.
gives you this look.
I bet you
Oh.
he's
Yes,
remembering that
sure.
one time when I got into like a
Back in-
bar fight like 3 months
Back
ago.
in my younger days, he was like, bitch, I caught you fighting the other day.
Pretty much, that's what happened. We were in a bar fight the other day. What are you talking about?
Anywho, so with that out of the way, you guys head to the Rusty Kobold. Do you guys want to talk to people around
I'll be
here,
right
or
back.
do you want to head to the Biz Printing Company?
Yeah, Skewer talking. He could probably pantomime, but
So, what is this Rusty Kobold? Is it an actual Kobold Rusty?
No. It's
Oh.
just a place. It is run by a guy called Rusty.
Oh. So it's a facility area.
Indeed. You could say it's a place of entertainment and debauchery.
With this, you get that weird smile from him. On my book. It may be a help.
let's see. So you said that there's either the newspaper or the Rusty Kobold.
Rusty Kobold, or you could just walk about and talk to people.
You know what? You know what? Let's have fun. Skewer's gonna talk to people.
I'd probably have better look at the tavern,
Yeah.
helping out everybody.
All right, we have because this is mostly roleplay. Yes, you can split the party. You just need to reconvene somewhere.
Alright.
That's where are we right now?
at the
You're right
newspaper.
now at
No,
the.
at
You're basically at the post outside the post office.
Let's agree to reconvene here.
All right, you reconvene there. Skewer, you're gonna go about walking and talking. Rita and Ouroboros, you're gonna head to the roasted
Ouroboros
cobalt,
is going to bow to Rita. Lead the way, my lady.
and I'll say Knight goes with Skewer, and Ginneth will go with
who will Kenneth?
Skewer. Actually, you know what? I'll have Ginneth talk to the news printing company. How we
What does Midnight want to do?
I'll say Knight goes with you, Skewer.
Okay. There's gonna be tension right there.
So we're gonna separate
Yeah,
this
I don't
properly.
really care who I go with.
Yeah, so I'll have her go with you. So we're gonna have if I was on the drawing tab, I do that. That's I'll have Rhea represent that, and the last person would be
Let's see if we can do something here.
trying to find.
All
Here
right.
we go. All right. So the plan is to split the party. Don't worry, you're in heavy roleplay, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
So Rita and Ouroboros are gonna head to the Rusty Cobalt. You're gonna head to the newspaper company, and Skewer's gonna talk to people. I need Skewer,
How?
Rita, and
Yes, his
Kenneth
ways.
to roll initiative. Basically, you three guys roll initiative. Represent how this is gonna go.
Okay. Oh, I didn't know we was
Nice.
Alright. Damn, that's pretty good.
It really is. Not bad, not bad. Ooh.
Why?
Setting order.
I
Kenneth,
got
we're
a
gonna
plus
start with
7 because my
you.
war magic. I add my intelligence modifier to my initiative.
My highest,
You're
my
at
highest.
+7, so that's fine. So, Kenneth, you're heading to basically the place to reconvene would be here at the post office, and you're heading to the heading to the newspaper uh, printing company. Uh, you're basically walking straight towards east for a good 3 blocks until you reach the massive printing company. The name of the company is called the Brudikian Times because that's the name of the capital. So may as well go with something simple. You
Mhm.
go inside. You basically see a bunch of centaurs just pulling certain machines that aren't working anymore, so they can be repaired. You see a bunch of kobolds just unhinging small pieces with their tiny, tiny hands. You see the person who's running the company is uh, a Vatari.
What type of Victory?
Can't remember the different subraces. Fuck.
I got you. We got the usual 4, and then we got Umber and Bright. I got you.
I'll say she's an Umber.
All right. So we got a Dark Victory.
Right, she is basically reading something and just go like crap, 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 mega crap, and just looks at this photographer and just goes, "I'll give you 50 gold for the entire set."
Yeesh, that's a lot. If you were saying crap.
She just looks at you like, "Do I tell you how to run my business? What do you want? Why are you here? What's going on? Who let you in here?"
I hold up the royal pass.
just immediately just goes, "Oh, what does the king want?"
Hello, I'm General Gwyneth Pine Bruiser. I'm sure one of your workers have interviewed me before.
The you're the one who basically made that wall defense a few weeks during the war that basically defended our north from Rosnas from spreading further down.
Yes.
Thank you for your service. Why are you here?
I'm here for a particular missing royal cleric's son. Roll
Jeez.
by your
Sure.
Jarrett.
So, I'm assuming you're talking about this. She basically shows the late old times copy from 3 months ago, like, outscooped again, because some people don't get off their lazy asses, she shouts at the fucking people working.
Look, I'm sure they do their best.
Oops. I think someone's
I'm,
knocking at someone's door.
I think, look, I think they're trying to do their best.
I'm back, I was given food.
Ah,
Yeah.
gotcha. Alright. Yeah,
Okay.
Gwyneth just looks around. I'm sure they're doing their best.
Look, if you want to know more about this newsletter, the only thing I could say is it was directly taken from Oxford a few weeks after the incident. That's all I know. It's all I was given to know in order to try and hand it out to the modern folk about the recent West Branch Rebellion and Revolution.
Yeah, we're in desperate need of that.
If
I just wish Bladol would make up their goddamn mind about who they're gonna side with. It's not that hard of a decision.
I don't care too much about the politics of the war right now. Look, if you want to know where this Rogar was it, I suggest you start your searching in Bladal. Because I got nothing for you, I'm afraid.
No contacts, nothing. Absolutely nothing. No one you may know about anything about the inner workings of Bladol, nothing.
Look, how the industry works is we receive each other's mail of information at certain time frames due to how far we are distant continent wise. The closer we are, the faster we can get the information. That's why we have more information about Oregon and Rosnaz over something like Aswayne or Matuk or even Blue. So the only advice I can give you is start Oxford. I'm sorry, I literally have no way of getting intel about this otherwise, unless it's involving a story. Because that would be considered info broking, and that's highly illegal.
Look, I don't want to have to pull this code. I really don't. But this is for the royal family. This is important. Do you know anyone? Is there any rumors even your printing
Roll a
press?
persuasion check.
Is there anyone even around your printing press that is rumored to be an info broker?
Like I said, roll me persuasion.
16. 16. Hello? Anyone there?
Yeah, we're just
No.
waiting for Raisa.
We're all dead.
Oh boy.
Maybe just wait for him to get back.
Yeah.
Yes.
Anyways, how are you guys doing?
Pretty good.
I'm
How about
doing
you?
Good.
Figure out how I'm gonna talk to people without talking.
Yeah, I've been wondering that myself. I love the whole Doros approach, but like, it's great for an NPC, but as a player, it's gonna get tough.
we have to remember that NPCs are still people too. They have
I
to be able
know.
to.
Yeah.
They still have to be able to function. They just don't function on screen. So I can't wait to make this shit work.
Alright,
Right.
so from the intel you received, she just goes. She looks through her paperwork and she's gonna roll a d12. She just looks at it and just goes. There have been recent quests involving murder mystery back in Playdol, the one that's been over 10 years. Apparently he was involved in it. Yes, that's the general location. I guess he's somewhere in the anime tips. I don't know. I'm sorry.
Adamantine tips. Elkheim is near the adamantine tips, correct?
Roll a history check. Because that's a very broad assumption.
Well, he's a general. He's
Yes.
looked at maps.
You know that it's now down to five highly esteemed locations to be in Magdutch, Dragon's Van Hol, Rasgard, or even Elkheim.
Alright, so that narrows it down to at least 5 towns and cities. Filth Crag, Van Hol, Drake's Roost, Rascal, Gulch, Elkheim. Alright. Alright. Thank you for your time. And I'm gonna leave the printing press. But I'm a perception check if there's anyone shady.
Roll it.
11. Dang.
No one's shady. Speaking of shady, Rita,
Nobody's shady.
you and Ouroboros head to the Rusty Cold. You see that the place is decayed. It's got cobwebs, mold. You swear you saw something move.
I
It,
just
it
like the
looked
way you
like a
said that.
plate of food. You swore it was a plate of food and was moving.
So unseen servants.
Sure, if unseen servants can make plates have legs.
Wait, the plates have legs. Not me.
Don't worry about it. As you try to open the doors, you just see someone get shot out of the place with a massive hole in their stomach, dead. And you just hear the old kobold, and this kobold has scars and looks like he's at his prime of old age. Like, hey, you so much as scam me again, you fucking Jehovah's Witness motherfucker! I will personally give you a proper pankin. as he cocks the shotgun.
Was that a gun? Okay.
I
I'm
don't.
about to say, that was a gun.
Yeah, I don't think they're coming back. She says, looking at the dead guy.
Ah. Oh, Rita! My sweet baby girl, what are you doing here?
Oh my god! I didn't know this part.
Yeah. I'm out.
Oh, I'm just here for a job,
Fucking
and I see you are doing as well as ever. How's the heart been doing?
Oh, the old ticker's doing fine, thanks to you. Come in. And Rusty just basically guides you inside and oh, you know the interior of Shrek 2 about that villain bar. That's basically the interior incarnate of crazy bullshit.
Shut your
And
ass
you just
on.
basically see a bar fight in action right now. Just like two orcs fucking wrestling. And I'm talking like real wrestling, not that WWE fake shit. As you just see one of them going into a pile driver, and they all stop and they all shout your name, Rita, and just go back to their business. The cleric with a crime record, baby.
Not really. I mean, she's just healed him. She hasn't done anything illegal yet.
Rita, roll me
Barbarossa
an
just
investigation check with advantage.
Alright.
Oh my god. Yeah, you know that you recognize like one of the person who you know is a info broker because you saw him like trade some intel a few weeks back. Nothing involving the city, just random shit of like, you want this person, go here. You want that person, go there. Kind of shit. You know his intel is like clad iron good.
Well, now. It's good to see you. She just walks right up to him.
And you see a male black scale dragonborn just going like, Rita, honey. What brings you to our side of the city?
Well, I was actually hired for a job and I need some information. I thought maybe you could help me with that. For a pretty penny, of course.
Of course, Rita. Who or what are you trying to find?
Well, there was a newspaper article recently that mentioned a Rogar, and we are
Oh,
attempting to find him.
see. Rogaro. Hmm. Does he have a clan name? Because that sounds very generic.
What was the clan name again? Because I'm an idiot and I forget things easily.
Jarrett.
Yarjirin.
Jarrett.
Jirrit.
Well, he got that natural 20.
Jesus. Jarrett, such a powerful name. Graham, Jesus.
Oh, is he a descendant to? Oh, that explains.
Yeah.
Okay. So get this. You know that the recent report from that 10-year crime spree that was given by the records of the Mail Times.
Yeah.
I mean, you probably did it because you aren't from Blair, but get this. That Dragonborn was involved. Not only that, but in a few other jobs as well.
What other jobs?
And rumor has it, he's an augur.
An augur.
So if you're trying to find him, I suggest Elkai.
Oh.
And he just like gestures out a palm out like money.
Alright. let's see. For that good information, what about 20 gold? You think that'd do it, or will he motion for more?
Normally, Rita, for information like that, I would ask for 500 C100 balls. Those kind of.
Oh,
But for you, that will only cost only 200.
well, you've never been wrong before. You shall hand him the 200.
He'll gladly pocket it and just go like, I suggest you both head back to where you came. It begins to get dangerous around the lunchtime when Rusty makes his famous "I made my biscuits," and the moment he says that, everyone except for you two just rush, and it's just the embodiment of pure chaos. You literally see somebody lose a leg. This.
Yeah. Perhaps we should get out of
Oh
here
my
before
god!
it escalates too much further.
I made my biscuits. My leg.
Oh my god.
She's just gonna motion for a certain snake boy to follow her. But yeah, we can't
My
stay here for
leg.
too long.
Ouroboros, you play fine, roll your performance as the fucking idiots are at their fucking Rusty's famous biscuits. I will say this, if you want them to break away from the biscuits, oh boy, that's a DC 30. Because those biscuits are literally divine.
The biscuits are too tasty.
I made my biscuits. My
You-
leg.
Oh, all right. Just once. She's going to healing word. Just heal the guy up a little bit.
My leg.
the person who is a Knoll just says, "Thank you, Rita," and just rushes back in with one leg still. Just with a one fucking leg, pulls out a fucking chair underneath a motherfucker, and just starts beating another motherfucker with it.
Oh my god. This guy. His biscuits must be really fucking good. I
Oh,
want these biscuits.
You want those biscuits?
my secret ingredient is drugs.
Mmm. The Black Dynamite. I sell drugs in the community. Go.
Right. So you basically head back with Ouroboros. And we are now down to Skewer.
Yes.
I need you to roll me a performance check with advantage because you're pseudo miming. And you've done this for a long time, so you have advantage on it.
Alright, so I'm gonna activate my kick again.
So
Wow.
with a performance of 9, everyone just makes her a street performer and pays you no mind.
Mm.
However, let us see if Lady Luck has decided to bless you this day. Nope. You don't get them. You don't get those NPCs.
You know D12
So-
wolves hate me.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you all reconvene back.
I was gonna that's not what I wanted to do though.
Oh.
I wanted to use Thorn Whip. Kermit Purple style and make words.
Oh. Oh.
What the fuck?
That nat 20.
What? What?
I got the attention of these three. Okay, so Skewer, you don't
My
normally
ear.
you just get fed up with the sewer miming to the point where you pull out your whip and just write out with the whip. You do it so detailed that three tabaxi men in the caravan stop, and I will describe these tabaxi caravan men. One is big, burly, and looks like the eldest brother, but there are two more. They're all basically Hamper tabaxi. They're basically Blackbird.
Mm. He nods at
And
their fur color.
second, I need to get their names because God fucking damn it, I'm
Miguel, Emilio, and Raul.
congratulations, you spoiled the surprise.
Oh.
If there
my
is any other caravan name including tats. Let's face it.
I mean, so Miguel just goes, Raul, look. Raul, Emilio, look. And they both look and just go, oh, shit, that's pretty good.
Just so you know, this isn't a weapon. This is his magic.
Yeah, I know, but they're like,
all right.
Emilio is just like, oh man, that's impressive. Let's see what it says. Did you write this in common or draconic?
Common. He's not even
Okay.
gonna chance it.
They all look at it and they look at you like,
Big like has anyone seen Rogar Yargerid?
Miguel, Raul, and Emilio all look at you, and they all just, and Emilio looks at the other two, and they all go into huddle real quick. They break the huddle, and they immediately gesture you to head to an alleyway.
He's going to.
Oh no!
he's gonna look down. He's gonna look down at midnight, and then he's gonna look at these guys.
What?
He's basically looking at you like good idea.
I just sit there in silence.
Good idea. Awesome. So he follows. And
The
he
moment you go into the alleyway, it's completely dark, except with your dark vision,
yes.
you can see their eyes and their full body pictures as they pull out weapons, and I forget which one of them's the rogue. Was it Emilio?
Emilio's the
No,
wizard.
Miguel.
The one
Miguel's
who
Oh,
talks.
Miguel.
rogue.
Okay, so Miguel basically puts a gun to your head and just says, at the back of your head, just says, "What do you want with Rogar?"
Thorn whip. He writes, little brother.
They're gonna roll insight checks. I don't know their stat block, so I'm just gonna roll d20 flats with separate modifiers.
They're level. They're level
Don't waste it. Spoil that.
4.
So I'll say the Emilio gets is the smart one, so he would get a better modifier. Earl would probably get +2, and Miguel would have a +1. So I'll go 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, modifier 1.
Of course, Miguel does it.
Of course, Miguel and Raul both think the same thing.
They both look at you and just go, "No offense, you don't look like anything like Rogar."
You are right. Married into family.
At this point, they're just basically handing you a fucking piece of paper for you to write.
He takes the piece of paper and he nods. He's like, mm-hmm. And thanks. And he writes down, my name is Skjorstit Yarcherit. I married his older brother. I'm searching for him. Gram's orders.
The moment you write down Gram, all three of them physically sweat and just go, "Wait, Rogar's related to Gram? Oh, fuck. I feel sorry for this guy. I feel sorry for him."
Skewer nods. Mm-hmm.
Emilio looks to Raul and just like, Mother, can we go back to the elemental plane of fire? I want to go back to the elemental plane of fire. Because I don't want to be a part of this. You know? Normally I would disagree on that because that is involving our job. But for once, I'm 100% in. And they immediately sell Rogar out. They don't want to piss off Grab. That's yes.
He's just writing down all this information on the piece of paper that he was given.
Alright, basically they tell you Rogar is an augur, he's in Elkheim, and he's at the Augur Temple, meaning you can't go up there, so you're gonna have to wait until he gets down.
Ah. Yes, see. Yes. I knew that Skewer's methods of persuasion would come out in the end.
They even give you a detail of what Rogar looks like now as a 25-year-old man.
And he gets the description. Missing an eye, has armor. Oh, yeah.
Well, you already know he was missing an eye. the new armor and the new body figures.
Ah,
Because
right.
remember, you only saw him when he was like 10 to 13. Now he's like 25.
Wait, he turns. All right. And he looks at these. He looks to all three of them, and he looks at all three of them, and he nods his head at them. And thank you. Ugh.
We wish you luck, and don't tell Graham we knew about Rogar. Please, please, we don't want this. We don't want to die. And Miguel just goes, I don't want to go for ground training again. I don't want to go for ground training again.
Skewer just puts a hand on his shoulder, and he just nods. In understanding.
So the three of them just get out of the alleyway and just go. So we're a part of the Free Tabaxi caravan. If you ever need any items like potions or armor or weapons, don't be afraid to find us. If we're traveling about and selling our wares. Until then, we must go and resupply by buying from local shops. And they take their leave. I'll say it's about an hour for you all to get back at the same location you started. And for sake of brevity, do you want to sake of brevity the information you received? Or are you good?
Oh, wait, what? Say that again?
Do you want to sake of brevity relay all the information you received? Or
Yeah, he just shows them all the paper. He shows them all the paper.
How in the world did you find this out when I had to pay 200 for my information?
Skewer looks at you, and he holds up a hand, and it glows with a sickly green black energy. He thorn whips the word because you're dumb.
Damn!
Wow. So, Kenneth.
So, which one do you
So
want?
what did I
Guiding
fucking
bolt or
miss
influence?
because I had to do
Anywho, you guys now know that Rogar is in fact, indeed, Elkheim. Kenneth, he's an augur, and he's still in the augur temple, meaning he's going for his training meeting. You're gonna have to somehow convince the head augurs to let him leave. So, I need everyone to roll me history checks about augurs.
What did I fucking miss?
We got. Oh my god, you missed Skewer's epic power play.
You're right.
Yeah, I kind of guessed that.
Basically, he got all the information. He met the Tabaxi caravan. He got all the information from Rogar.
about Rogar.
I don't
Basically,
think I've
threw
mentioned
him
about
underneath the
Rogar.
bus because they don't want to do a Gram.
History.
However,
15. Rolling pretty shit on my guidance rolls.
You really are.
Yeah, I haven't rolled a 3 or a 4 yet.
You rolled a 2. That's kind of neat. But
Yeah, I rolled a 2 before.
13 is from Knight. Once again. Okay. So that would be everyone.
Damn.
All right. So going from lowest to highest standard. I would say Knight knows about them from legends, from traveling about as a hunter.
Yeah.
An augur can do this, an augur do that. Like
I think
generic
she
Chicago.
would.
Sal, as a bard, you collect stories for a living. You collect stories of augurs. You've heard they either fuck dragons or bathe in dragon's blood or drink dragon's blood in order to attain their magic. No one could get the story straight on how they get their magic because they keep so many fucking secrets. And they're sort of a neutral alignment
Take a
in
stab at me,
like in Blade All.
Gotcha. All free stuff for my work. Enjoy.
Thank you. Anywho, basically, Sal, you gathered stories about augurs. They're sort of just too many stories, too many secrets because they're just like Blade Elf, they're neutral right now. Because they have a lot of power. A lot of power. So it would make sense for the people of like the augurs temple themselves to stay neutral along with Blade Elf because they could probably shift the war and probably do maybe more harm than good. If you get the same plot process, and you both pass the DC 15 along with Skewer, so you free know that augurs aren't allowed to leave until they finish their training from the temple, and no one's allowed up the temple unless they've been chosen to be an augur. So your eye are going to have to wait for, and Rita, you basically get this intel as well. However, you know for a fact that augurs go down. They go down for missions, so you have two options when you get to Elkheim. Wait for him to get down from the temple, or send a letter to the head augur and represent Gram.
Hmm.
Either way, you may have to go all the way to Elkheim to make sure he doesn't try to leave. Did you go for option B? Option A, regardless, you're still gonna have to go all the way to Elkheim in order to pick him up.
Skewer writes on the paper that he has. We leave for Elka.
So how are we going to do this? On train, or are we going to go on foot?
What'd you say, Shotaro?
Nothing.
Okay.
So yeah, that's the bigger question. Do you guys leave by train? Or do you leave by cart or by foot?
Hmm.
I will state this, if you do go by train, even by train, it's probably going to take you weeks to months.
To go by train?
Yeah, because you're going over 2 continents. And
Countries, they're
through
not
mountains.
Countries.
Yeah, 2 countries, and you'll have to go for the adamantine tips, because you can go around, But going around the mountains would just be a pain in the ass. It'd just be easier to go through.
It'd be easier to take the train if the train alone is going to take months. Why would we pick any other option?
Well, I wouldn't say much, but it depends on God at Equal to see. Because I don't know how long it would be from Birdkin to Elkine by train.
Considering it takes days to travel places delayed all. With the train, like if you're going on foot, that's gonna be a good like 2-month trip. But if you're taking a train, it's gonna be cut down to at least like 2 weeks.
Yeah,
Alright, so they're
it's
gonna
a
have to go.
train.
Yeah.
So I'll say because you're going from Birdkin to Oregon, that will be. I'll say the entire trip would probably take 2 months tops.
I'd say a month.
Yeah,
Month.
it's still
Yeah.
it's still a train.
Like it
Yeah,
doesn't
'cause
need
on
to
foot,
Month.
stop and take breaks.
All
or
right,
anything, just-
it'll take a solid month for you guys to get there. So
Okay.
I recommend buying. All right, so do you hand over the intel of where Rogar is in order to get some cash so you can go there?
You mean handing the intel to Graham?
Yeah.
Yeah, we kind of have to hand the intel to Graham.
Yeah, Rita
All right,
would
you
have
hand the
been
intel
handling
to
it.
Graham. You guys get paid 200 gold pieces each, and you each receive a area tickets because augurs tend to work together in teams on some occasions. So Rogar may still have his team because he's probably in training still. So she's thinking off the top of her head, so she'll just hand you 10 extra tickets in case if he has a large team or a small team. And some extra leftover in case you miss some. So
10 extra.
and so she'll hand Guinness the 10 extra train tickets. They are a round trip all the way to Burrican.
Alright, Guinness has the 10 extra train tickets then.
Yeah.
Yep.
Nice.
So you all head by train. And as you go by train, I need to do one quick see. Nope. No encounters at all on your way to the train station. You avoided all forms of combat throughout this one shot. As you all each take a seat in your chairs, Graham didn't give you like first class tickets because that would breed suspicion. Like, ooh, fancy person. So she gave you like standard tickets. But they are round trip tickets, so if Rogar needs to go back, he can go back to Elkheim at any time. But with that out of the way, the last of you get on the train. You all hear the engines roaring off, and you hear from the announcer, next stop, Ludwin Station. And you all head off eastward to Elkheim. And that's where we will end the one shot here.
Alright.
Short and sweet. That was nice.
Short and sweet
wasn't
indeed.
much
That
of
only
anything.
took, let's see, we started at, what was it, 7 our time, so 2 hours?
Yeah, it's not a full hard campaign. It was
Yeah.
a one shot A and B. I said this wasn't going to be combat heavy.
Yeah, and combat takes a lot of time.
Yes, it does.
A little disappointing though. I wanted to punch something with my fucking arm.
You guys want to know what you missed out on combat?
I mean, why not?
Alright, if you guys went to a regular tavern, you would miss the tavern brawl, and if you... That D12 was to decide if you were going to face a single owlbear or not that got out of a wizard's hands. Just a wild owlbear attack.
Oh wow.
Alright, well. Ray, your and my
Yes.
character has some beef. Let's train on in the train.
We can't fight on the train.
No.
But he honestly does believe.
Put him top
I'm
of
sorry, Skewer honestly does believe that Rita's dumb for having to pay that much money just to get some info like that.
You do
All right.
realize if it
So,
was under
well, to
any
be
other
fair, you
circumstances, he would have.
encountered the Tabaxi brothers, so that kind of made the information better.
Yeah, I know. I
The
know,
fact
but
that
he's.
you rolled them really gets me.
I love that.
So,
I just love that I did a hermit purple thing and it worked. Thank you, Joseph
Yeah.
Joestar.
so I want to thank you all for joining this one shot. We will be back for the 10th for another game of Equinox. And how did you guys like the fact that I didn't mention if we succeeded or not on the murder mystery?
It's not like that they knew. I mean, you did imply that they did other jobs, and I like that you were just being vague with it.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
being
I
vague
definitely
because
like that.
I was being vague because I don't want to touch the main campaign too much. That's why I made it as short as possible. That's why there was little to no on
Okay,
that.
so this happens 3 months in the future.
And it's another month,
So
so it
they'd
would
be
be the
arriving
month
on
after
the.
the.
They'd be arriving the 4th month.
Hey Ray, that's for you.
What? What did you? What did you send me?
And
I
that is
didn't
where we
send
will
you
do the.
anything.
So,
Bitch.
first, ladies and gentlemen, you now
Look
get
in
to
the
see
chat.
the Rogar arc at starting on the 4th month, and who knows whatever the fuck we're gonna do by train.
So Mid,
Damn.
is Mint gone?
I think so.
At night.
Aw.
Oh no.
I guess.
I'm
she's
not
gone.
gone.
Oh.
Oh,
So
I've just been silenced.
Alright,
Oh.
so shall we do our usual plugs or save that?
I would say plugs because this is technically still part of the archive.
Okay.
Just like if we ever did a Matuk one
I've
shot, it
just
would
been
still be a part of the
silent.
beat one, so makes sense.
Yeah.
So we'll go down the list. Ray, where can they find you? And where can they find the stream?
you can.
Archive.
Okay, well, whenever this is archived, you can find it on my YouTube channel, which is Dark Tanuki. You can also find me at Dark Tanuki Commissions Open on Twitter. I am drawing orcs, for it is Orktober, and I am in the process of finishing my first one, which is my first half-orc character. I hope you enjoy it when you see it. And my Twitch is also Ray Takashi, where you can find me there too.
Dante, besides the Twitch, where can they find you?
Alright. They can find me as Silver Esper on Twitter and Dandelion Modri over on YouTube, as well as on Twitch.
I would like to say thank you, Midnight, for your first ever introduction to D&D. I'm sorry that this was short, and I'm sorry this didn't have much combat for you to do much,
That's
but
fine.
do you
That's
have any
fine.
social media you want to plug? Where they would like to find you?
On Twitch, Midnight Wolves 43, and that's all.
Cool.
Alright. So, hey, God of the main game, where can they find you?
Nowhere.
Wow.
Amazing.
Okay, let me go search
Amazing.
nowhere on the
You can
internet.
you can find me, the god of this one shot. Now we're putting away the third eye and cape everywhere on social media with Guardian Gamer 64 tags. You can find me playing Rogard, the motherfucker who within 4 months is going to have a rude awakening from Graham.
I can't wait for that shit.
And in the 5th month is going back home where he likes it or not. Hopefully he'll get through spiritual enlightenment and purposely go there. If not, he's basically going to be there and depressed as fuck. Oh, well, we'll see. You can also find me doing that shit. With that out of the
Yay.
way, thank you all for watching this one shot. We do apologize. It's short. Again, I didn't want to touch the main game too much. I only wanted to do slight references to it, like the audio announcer now canon, about the news, the stories of everything that is. I was gonna put in a fucking radio TV show for the kids, a Skewers Kids, but I was like, man, I'm gonna scrap it at the last second because that would probably take time. But yeah, maybe there'll be another one shot with these fuckers in Oregon taking a break. Maybe seeing a certain town that Rogar affected with by leaving a certain gold piece behind in the game campaign story. We'll see. We'll see. It all depends on fate. But with that out of the way, we'll see you on the 10th when we get back to Equinox. Goodbye.
Yay.
Later.
Bye.